Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the entire staff of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway and the Cusack family, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Opening Day 1991 at Maine's oldest continually operating family-owned speedway. My name is Bruce Elder, your race commentator, and today Beech Ridge Motor Speedway is host to the third stop on the American-Canadian Tour for the running of the Coca-Cola 100.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another year of racing at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. A beautiful day for us to get started. And some beautiful cars to present awards to here this afternoon. Our limited sportsman division third place finisher in the best looking car award category goes to one gentleman who's already picked up a runner-up award at the Main Mall, Rick Frenette in the 54. Thank you, Rick. Congratulations. And also, we'd like to tell you, folks, that these awards are supplied by the folks at Sportline Trophy today. Our runner-up in the best-looking car competition goes to the number 37 of Larry Gelinas out of Scarborough. Larry, congratulations. And that leaves our number 1 award. He's already picked one up at the Main Mall. Would you please congratulate Gary Adams in the number 74. Gary, congratulations. A nice-looking car this year. Is this the first award you've claimed for a best-looking award?
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about the car, how much time you have put into it.
I worked hard all winter from October till April. It's just never ending and put a lot of time into it. I want it to come out looking real good.
Now every person here has a question, and that is it going to bother you today when you get in the feature race?
No, after this it's a race car.
Now it's a race car. Well, we welcome you to go race it this afternoon. We wish you the best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for our top 3 finishers, and we will now get set for our Super Sportsman Best Appearing Award. Bruce?
Thank you, Andy. Leading the parade is the number 19 of Russ Johnson out of Hollis. Youngster coming up from the limited sportsman ranks. By contrast, in the 89 comes Spike Manitow, coming from the modified ranks to try his hand in the all-new Super Sportsman. Sitting third in the parade lap, the award-winning number 14, driven by Chris Rule, also making the move from the limited sportsman division to the new Super Sportsman. Next comes the number 1 of Dave Sprague, also moving from the limited sportsman to the new class.
Got any seats up there? Got any seats up there?
A couple of competitors from the late model sportsman ranks. And of course, Spike Manitow, a former modified driver, and Spike Manitow, the first car to be brought to the side, along with the 14 of Chris Rule, has been brought over to the side, thus indicating they're among the top 3. The 03 of Steve Howard also brought down to the start-finish line area.
So our judges were just telling me, they said, you know, we've looked these cars over close and we can't tell much difference between any of them. And we'd like to thank our judges, too, working with us today from the American-Canadian Tour, John Casey, Stan Reserve, and Ron Barkham. I'd like to ask you to give them a round of applause at this time. The comments at trackside are kind of fun because every person down here says they wouldn't want to have to be the one doing the judging. Our third place award goes to a gentleman who received the runner-up award into the Main Mall show and a former modified driver. Welcome forward, Spike Manitow for the number 89. Congratulations, we wish you well in the new division.
Thanks, Andy. I think it's going to be a real good class.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a good class for you this year, and we know you're going to bring some of the other talents in here. We wish you well today.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Good luck. Our runner-up award goes to a gentleman out of Scarborough, Maine with car number 03, Steve Howard. Steve, congratulations. You know, last week you were out here. I don't think there was any lettering on the car, was there? Nothing. If the car was, if I remember, completely primer, how much work did you have to put in during the week?
Just had to get it lettered up and do a little setup work.
Well, it certainly looks nice. We congratulate you, Steve. And I don't know how many awards this makes for the number 14, but he's made pretty much a clean sweep in 1991. Please welcome forward out of Scarborough, Maine, Chris Rule. Chris, congratulations, and I truthfully can't keep track of all the awards you've won this year. Tell us where you've been and what you've won so far in 1991.
Well, we went to Augusta, Maine in January and got best in class there. Went to Springfield, Massachusetts Racerama, got promoter's choice there, and we won first place at the Main Mall.
And here's another one to put on the mantle with all the others.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the new Super Sportsman Top 3 Best Appearing Car Awards.
And what a race we have in store for you here this afternoon. Car counts currently estimated in the mid-50s, looking to qualify for this afternoon's Coca-Cola 100. Of course, this is event number 2 on the 21-race American-Canadian Tour for 1991. $100,000 to the champion when it's all over. And perhaps no surprise to those of you that are longtime fans of the American-Canadian Tour, the man on top after one event, the defending and 6-time American-Canadian Tour champion, Robbie Crouch from Tampa, Florida, who pulled the rabbit out of the hat 3 weeks ago at the Lee USA Speedway on opening day, passing Dave Dion on the final lap as Dion's engine went sour at the finish to take the win. Of course, Dave Dion finished second, and the big story, especially I'm sure here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, is the third-place finisher on opening day at Lee USA. Young gentleman by the name of Brad Layton, driving Gardner-Levitt's car number 1X, the Pete Maynard Associates machine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go. The opening event of the afternoon, time trials for 5 of the top American-Canadian Tour late model pilots. Coming onto the Speedway, one of the great drivers ever to turn a wheel in the Dominion of Canada, driving car number 72, the Quaker State Ford Thunderbird from Campbellville, Ontario. This is Junior Hanley. A brand new automobile for Junior Hanley in car number 72. Competed on opening day at Lee USA in a Chevrolet Lumina, has since sold that car, and he brings the drapes off the new Ford this afternoon at Beech Ridge. Dave Dion under the clock in the Berlin City Continental Paving Machine. Came ever so close to a feature win on opening day at Lee, has got the car back together and was looking very strong in practice earlier today. Green flag is out and Dave Dion is under the clock in turn 1 and 2. Dave Dion in the familiar orange and black car number 29, down out of 4, takes the white flag. Lap number 1 is complete. 15.789, 15 and 789 1/1000ths for Dion. He's going to have to pick it up to top Junior Hanley's time. Here comes Dion out of 4. Second lap is the fastest of the day, 15.765 for Brad Layton. That is the fastest first lap of the afternoon. Here comes the 1X out of turn 4, looking to dial it in. Checkered flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, 15.550, fast lap of the day for Brad Layton in the 1X machine. Now coming onto the Speedway, one of the up-and-coming youngsters on the American-Canadian Tour. From Breakyville, Quebec, driving the Danny Beans Hardline Logger Chevrolet. Car number 77, this is Andre Baudouin. Baudouin, one of the independent campaigners on the American-Canadian Tour, had a solid finish at Lee USA Speedway on opening day. Looking to make the entire tour in 1991 in the Danny Beams machine. Andre Baudouin from Quebec under the green flag. The fast lap belongs to Brad Layton at 15.550 seconds. What a start this would be to the afternoon for young Brad Layton to win the time trials. White flag is out on Baudouin. 16.124, 16.124 for Andre Baudouin in car number 77, a bit off the pace. Second lap should be faster as he comes out of turn 4. 15.902, the 6-time and defending American-Canadian Tour champion, current track record holder here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Driving the Rent-A-Wreck, signs by Warren Buick Regal, car number 48. From Tampa, Florida and Georgia, Vermont, this is Robbie Crouch. The Tampa Tornado, Robbie Crouch, the master of time trials year in and year out on the American-Canadian Tour, takes aim at the rookie Brad Layton. 15.550 is the time to beat for Crouch. Green flag is out and Crouch is under time on the back straightaway. Brad Layton in the 1X is 2 laps away from a time trial victory unless Crouch can pull one out of the hat. 15.836. 15.836 is not enough for Robbie Crouch. It's now or never for the Tampa Tornado as he works turn 4. Down to the line for the checkers. Second lap for Robbie Crouch. 15.663. Give it to Brad Layton in the 1X. Coming onto the Speedway for the American Canadian Tour late models. 14 cars slated to start. Top 3 will advance to the semi-feature for a chance at a pole position go in the main event. Ready to go on the pole, driving car number 0 from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. The TD Landscaping Buick Regal for John Greedy. Outside pole, a familiar name here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, driving the Cherry Coke Chevrolet Lumina, car number 2 from Scarborough, Maine, and Glenn Cusack. Here they come, down to the line. The green flag is out, and we're away with heat number 1. Top 3 drivers advance to the semi-feature. Top 5 qualify for the main event, and on the break it is Glenn Cusack, your leader. Cusack in car number 2 on the move. Right behind, here comes Junior Hanley. Hanley in the 72, rig rides the outside for the runner-up position. 72 Hanley on the outside. The 0 of John Greedy giving way on the inside. Hanley goes to second. Greedy third. Dion in the 29 and the 53, Dan Beatty. Beatty, the man on the bubble, the final qualified automobile as they shake it out into turn 1. Dion, the 29, going to the outside for the 3rd spot. The Buick of John Greedy down low, 29. Dave Dion up high, right behind Dan Beatty. Yellow flag is out. Gary Bellafleur is into the wall on the back chute. Caution flag out for the first time this afternoon as Gary Bellafleur puts the Ford Thunderbird hard into the retaining wall on the outside of the back straightaway. Once again, the top 3 advance to the semi, top 5 qualify for the Coca-Cola 100. Pace car is in turn number 3. Cusack leading him down for the start. Here they come, out of 4. Green is out, and Junior Hanley quickly to the inside, looking for the hole shot. Hanley in the Ford Thunderbird, trying to go underneath Cusack, who slams the door on the back chute. Dion up the outside, now looking to challenge for second place. 29, Dave Dion. Cusack is in trouble, showing smoke. Beatty gets sideways and loses the number 5 spot. Glenn Cusack maybe putting down some fluid on the racetrack as the Cherry Coke machine goes backwards out of the top 5. The Ford Thunderbirds fly 1-2 at the front of the pack as Cusack is off the track in turn 3 and 4. Cusack in car number 2 is off the racing surface. He'll look to get it back underway. At the front of the field, the 72, Hanley is your leader. 29, Dion in second. Then 10, Carlinks, back to John Greedy in third. Jimmy Burns now 4th in the 99, and 53, Dan Beatty in 5th. Beatty, the man on the bubble, trying to hold off the 25 of Andy Santerre. Santerre driving the car driven 1 year ago by Danny Beatty. Trying to overtake the Barry Vermont driver for the final spot, and he moves to the outside in turn 1. Down low, the 54, Bobby Coburn trying to take advantage. 9 cars shuffle down the back straightaway, battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Beatty gets out of the groove and is sideways again. The 53 loses 3 spots on the outside, and the 54, Bob Coburn, now takes over 5th. Halfway done this time, halfway for Junior Hanley and Dave Dion, all alone at the front of the pack. John Greedy is 3rd. 99, Jimmy Burns 4th, then Coburn and Pete Rondo. What a drive by Rondo in the 85 as he and Derek Lynch have come out of the back. Here comes Rondo to the outside looking to challenge. Rondo on the outside, has a nose in front, and he's got the number 5 position. Pete Rondo on the march from the back of the field, moving up around the Jimmy Burns automobile. Rondo now 4th Rondo flying high on the outside, puts the nose out in front for the number 3 spot. Look out, Coburn's in trouble. Bobby Coburn may grenade the motor in the 54 as they race the back straightaway. Keeps the car under power, but showing heavy smoke as they hit turn 3. Coburn is off the pace, getting the black flag, and he'll have to take it onto pit road. It's a 2-car break at the front of the pack. Hanley in the 72, the 29 of Dion. Pete Rondo all the way to 3rd. John Greedy 4th, and Dan Beatty is back in a qualified spot. The 53 has regained the number 5 position. Beatty in the 53 looking outside on John Greedy. Keep an eye on the Beatty machine as they hit turn 3. He's had trouble with that outside lane. This time around he makes it stick. 2 laps to go now. 2 to go at the front of the pack for Junior Hanley. Dion holding on to an easy 2nd. 3rd spot to Pete Rondo, and Dan Beatty moving up on the outside. Beatty goes to 4th. The 0 now. John Greedy is 5th with 1 lap to go. Final time down the back chute. Dave Dion takes a look to the outside of Hanley. Here they come down to the line. Dion pulling up. Checkered flag is coming out. It's going to be Junior Hanley. Dion is 2nd. Pete Rondo is 3rd. 4th spot to Dan Beatty, and John Greedy in car number 0 takes 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, heat number 1 winner, the Quaker State Ford Thunderbird Junior Hanley. John Greedy, the rookie driver in car number 0, qualifying in the 5th and final position, but he may be having some problems. As smoke showing off the right-hand side of that automobile. Looks like he may have some internal problems they'll have to deal with back on pit road. So the maiden voyage is a good one for the brand new Quaker State Motion Lincoln Mercury Ford Thunderbird. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as he returns the colors from Campbellville, Ontario. Junior Hanley, your winner in Heat 1. Inside of row number 2, last year's Rookie of the Year on the American Canadian Tour, Steve Knowlton in Switch, New Hampshire. Driving car number 66, the Bradford Towing Pontiac. Alongside Knowlton, driving the Thunderbird from Shelburne, Vermont. Car number 21, Kevin LePage. One of the true hard chargers on this American Canadian Tour. Coming off the outside of row 3, he'll get every ounce out of that automobile. Here we go, set for a start. 15 laps the distance as they come down to the line for green. Side-by-side battle into turn 1 and 2. On the inside, the nose out in front for Stevie Knowlton. Back comes Beaudoin in the 77. Beaudoin now out on top. Knowlton back on the inside, right behind Kevin LePage looking for the whole shot. 56, Ron Saldi holding on to 4th, but he is under attack now by the 13 of Mike Mayetta. Mayetta and Claude Leclerc in the 11 run side by side down the back chute. One more time, they're nose to nose all the way around for the lead. Give it to Steve Knowlton by a car length at the line. 66, Knowlton, your leader. On the inside, here comes the Ford Thunderbird of Kevin LePage. LePage in the 21, tucks it downstairs for the runner-up spot. Beaudoin on the outside, hanging on to 3rd. 3 wide down the front straightaway. A great move by Ralph Nason to pick up the spot. Randall follows him through, along with Buzzy Bezanson. Top 5 cars running nose to tail. Knowlton, your leader. LePage 2nd. The 77, Beaudoin is 3rd, followed by Leclerc and Mike Mayetta, who sets to the outside. Mike Mayetta in car number 13, going to the high groove, looking to move on Claude Leclerc for the number 4 spot. Top 3 go to the semi for a shot at the pole position. And right now it is Knowlton, LePage, and Beaudoin in the spot. Side-by-side action now for the number 4 position. The 11, Claude Leclerc on the inside. 13, Mike Mayetta on the outside. Nose to nose as they hit the start-finish line. Mike Mayetta beginning to shake and bake on the outside lane. 2 cars back, Bobby Randall trying to follow him through. Randall in the 91 beginning to move out of the back of the pack. 7 laps complete. Knowlton, your leader. LePage now going to the outside. Here comes the Ford Thunderbird. LePage on the move. 21, Kevin LePage flies around the high groove as we're halfway done. LePage at the new leader. Steve Knowlton down low in the 66. LePage pulls away on the back chute. 21, Kevin LePage takes command. Knowlton back to second, and here comes Mike Mayetta. Mayetta in the 13, 91, Bobby Randall going to work on the high side of the move up on the back chute. Mayetta goes to third, Randall fourth, Baudouin fifth, down to the inside, he's in trouble. The 77 comes off the pace and hands the number 5 position to Claude Leclerc in the 11. Kevin LePage beginning to pull away in the Ford Thunderbird. Steve Knowlton second, Mike Mayetta third, Bobby Randall fourth, and the man on the hot seat now Claude Leclerc in the 11. Only 5 to transfer, and he's got a rear view mirror full of Buzzy Bazance, and here comes Mayetta for second. Mike Mayetta is not done yet as he hits the outside with 2 laps to go. Steve Knowlton in the 66, the 13 Mayetta, 91 Bobby Randall trying to get the semi spot. Randall trying to steal it at the end. Top 3 to the semi, and one of them is not going to make it. 2 to go now. Mayetta flies the high side against Steve Knowlton. Randall tucked in down low. White flag coming out this time. LePage is out in front. Knowlton second. The battle now. Mayetta, Randall, and Claude Leclerc getting into it. 4-car battle, final time down the back chute. Here comes Randall up the inside. Mayetta on the outside trying to hold on to it. Checkered flag coming out. Heat number 2 to Kevin LePage. Knowlton by a nose is second. Mike Mayetta third. Bobby Randall fourth, and the 5th spot to the 11 of Claude Leclerc. Some exciting racing going on in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions. Mayetta gets third. Knowlton is second. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner from Shelburne, Vermont, car number 21, Kevin LePage. So the Ford pilots are off to a strong start this afternoon at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway as Junior Hanley takes heat number 1, Kevin LePage in heat number 2. And LePage earns himself a spot in the semi-feature. Kevin LePage, who was so fast on opening day at the Lee USA Speedway, carries the checkers here this afternoon at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time as he returns the colors, Kevin LePage, your winner. 55, Dave Lebrecht off the inside pole as your leader. Danny Knoll Jr. in the number 6 goes second. 25, Bob Ailes is third. Pinkham in the 07, the 48, Ronnie Crouch. Keep an eye on that inside lane. The 6 of Danny Knoll. 07, Phil Pinkham. 75, Beaver Dragon. Now Bob Ailes is coming back. But 25 on the outside, trying to make a comeback. Crouch to the inside, steals it. Ronnie Crouch fights his way out of the box, and watch the Tampa Tornado on the outside. Robbie Crouch finds the hole, and he is gone. Spin in turn 2, the Blair Bassett automobile goes around. 65, Bassett backs it down to the inside. He is underway, and they'll stay green. Bob Libby, car number 34, unofficially one of the fastest cars this afternoon in practice, along with the 75 of Dragon. Let's see if they can join up and do some tag team racing from the back of the field and move up. Crouch out on top. The 07 Pinkham comfortably in the 2nd spot. Dave St. Clair, the 14, holding the final semi-feature position, but not for long, as here comes Bobby Libby. Libby in the 34 to the outside. Down low, Beaver Dragon looking to fill the hole. 3-car battle for the final 3 transfer spots. It's Libby on the outside with a nose out in front. St. Clair battling back on the inside, right behind Beaver Dragon. Libby on the outside, has it at the start-finish line. 34, Libby gets it back in single file, the number 3 man. spin in turn 4 for Dave Lebrecht. The 55 is out of harm's way. Halfway done as the leaders come down. Robbie Crouch, 4 car lengths ahead of the 07 Phil Pinkham. 4 more back to the 34 of Libby. Caution flag is out for Dave Lebrecht. Yellow flag on the Speedway. Pace cars coming in turn 3 and 4. Crouch and Pinkham, Libby and St. Clair, Dragon and Bill Zardo Jr., the top 6 as they come down for green. Here they come down to the line and they're underway. And this time it's Phil Pinkham right on the back bumper of Crouch. Trouble in turn 2. St. Clair gets tagged. Bob Ailes is into it. The 14 car sitting crossways in turn number 2, and we're back under yellow. This time the green is out and they're racing. The Bob Ailes machine comes apart. As the left front corner and door, the fiberglass damage sustained in that little accident with St. Clair now has begun shedding. 5-car breakaway at the front. Crouch your leader. Pinkham second. Libby third. Yellow is out. We've got debris in turn 3. Debris on the racetrack in the middle of turn number 3 will bring out the yellow flag. Well, that took care of that. The 34 loops it. If you've got to do it, that's a good time because the field was already under caution and he'll get his spot back. Once again, there may have been some contact among that top 5. 9 down and 6 remaining in heat number 3 as we set for a restart. Crouch setting the slow pace in turn number 4. Down to the line they come and they've got green. Crouch once again trying to pull away from the 07 of Phil Pinkham. He's got a car length in hand as they race the back chute. Pinkham in the 07 holding the low line in second. The 34 Bob Libby is third. Beaver Dragon is fourth. Bill Zardo Jr. in fifth. Keep an eye on the 34 of Libby. He's got the final semi-feature spot. And Beaver Dragon wants a piece of it. Down to the line, completing lap number 11. Robbie Crouch continues to show the way in the 48 machine. Pinkham is second. Libby beginning to turn up the heat a bit on the youngster Phil Pinkham. Crouch out in front of the pack. Now has opened it up to 3 car lengths over the number 2 spot. Crouch with the lead seemingly in hand as they race the back straightaway. Pinkham, the man on the hot seat now, as Libby and Dragon begin to move in. 2 laps to go now for Robbie Crouch. 2 to go for the 48. White flag coming out as they exit turn 4. Crouch, Pinkham, Libby, the top 3, then Dragon and Zardo. Top 5 settled into line as they race the back straightaway for the final time. Chief starter John Hulbert with the checker flag in hand. Turn number 4, the easy checkers from Robbie Crouch. Pinkham comes out second, Libby third, Dragon fourth, and Bill Zardo Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Rent-A-Wreck. Car number 48, Robbie Crouch, your winner. Robbie Crouch now adds his name to the list of winners in qualifying here this afternoon for the Coca-Cola 100. Junior Hanley in Heat 1, Kevin LePage in the second round, and Crouch here in number 3. And we have got some heavy hitters ready to roll in the 4th and final qualifier. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down in 4, returning the checkered flag on his lap of honor. Your heat number 3 winner. Your applause, if you will, for Robbie Crouch. Laps, 5 to qualify, 3 to the semi. Here they come, and they've got green. Bumping and grinding, coming out of turn number 2 to 59 sideways as Robbie shoots the gap on the inside. The 33, Johnson, your leader, down on the inside for second. That's Brad Layton. The 1X is second and moving. 82, Metivier trying to follow him through. The number 8 machine, Marty LeBlanc, dropping back to the 4th spot. 5th now, the 24, Roby. Look at Colson is sideways, gathers it up. 2 of the heavy hitters trapped in the back of the pack. The 01, Randy McDonald, 5A Cabana. They are along with where they need to be right now. Mike Johnson out in front and pulling away of the number 33 Pontiac. The 1X, Brad Layton shows in second. Sylvain Metivier with a strong run. The 82 is third. Marty LeBlanc, economer 8 is fourth. And the battle now for the 5th spot. 24, Carlton Roby trying to hold off Bill Zerbe. What? Colson gets the bump and around he goes. Junior Colson gets the punt from Randy McDonald and takes it over the top of turn 2. Colson in the 68 has it refired. He drops a lap behind and he'll rejoin the field. The 33, Johnson, continues to pull away from the Brad Layton in the 1X, well out in the 2nd spot. Sylvain Metivier, the 82, is third, then Marty LeBlanc 4th, and Carlton Roby continuing to hold on, but out of the back of the pack, here comes Randy McDonald. The GM Parts Pro Shop entry, the 01 beginning to move now. Halfway down, halfway to go, McDonald needs 2 to qualify out of the back. 46, Bill Zardo. The 01, Randy McDonald, the Ontario drivers go to war. Zardo sideways out of 4, hangs onto it. Some great driving going on in the middle of the pack. 46, Zardo, the 01, McDonald going in. And while they fight for position, Carlton Roby beginning to pull away. The 24 now, solidly in the number 5 spot. McDonald working on the back bumper of Zardo. Cabana right behind McDonald. Oh, the 01 gets a blast of a whole shot to the inside. Zardo shuts him down again. Randy McDonald with all kinds of horsepower, but nowhere to put it to work right now. Look, he gets tagged by Cabana and almost goes around. The 01, the 5A, and the 35 really battling it out, trying to make waves from the back of the pack. Here comes McDonald up on the outside of Bill Zardo. He is running out of real estate as the leaders come down. 2 laps to go for Mike Johnson. Layton solidly in second. Metivier third. Marty LeBlanc and Carlton Roby. McDonald getting around Zardo. Whoa, they tangle everybody gets around. Zardo and McDonald get nailed. White flag is up. And there is 1 to go. Johnson will thread his way through. White and yellow is on the field. They'll race it back to the line on the back straightaway. White and yellow on the field. Checkered flag will come out. It's going to be Mike Johnson, your winner. Brad Layton is second. Sylvain Metivier third. Marty LeBlanc and Carlton Roby, the top 5. Car number 33, Mike Johnson, your winner. Johnson from Scarborough, Maine, the Polar Soda, Grandin Pontiac Grand Prix. Well, some wild action in the final qualifier of the afternoon for the American-Canadian Tour. 20 cars are now set for the main event. 20 drivers have qualified for the Coca-Cola 100. And the rest will have to go to the consolation round. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your winner, car number 33, Mike Johnson, in heat number 4.
25 laps on tap this afternoon. First limited sportsman feature of the 1991 season. Large field of cars. This is probably less than half of the limited sportsman on hand. The rest will be out in the A feature. Assistant starter Junior Niles on the flag stand as the pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Ricky Libby and Frank Collins bringing down. The green is out. 4 wide out of turn 4 comes the number 84. Trying to make that work as he gets around sideways. Can't quite do it. Tangle of about 4 or 5 cars in the 1 and 2 turn. Looks like they cannot, and the yellow flag is in the air. The 84 of Dave Field trying to break out on the outside as he got to turn 1, just ran out of room. 4 abreast is pretty difficult. And a tough way to start for Dave Field. Cars crossed over into a column of 2s. On the front row once again, Ricky Libby in the 77. Frank Collins in the 09 will lead the way. And they'll try it once again. Assistant starter Junior Niles on the stand for the limited sportsman B feature. Pace car from Pape Chevrolet makes its way onto the infield pit road. We'll look for a start at turn 4. Green is out. 3 wide this time as Collins gets out into the 3rd groove. Loses bite. The number 99 of Jim Culprit takes that position. The 104 of Ed Strong looks for racing room on the inside, as does Kevin Gelinas in the 21. Here comes the 45 of Paul Driscoll looking way to the outside. Driscoll on the move in the 45 as he races to the outside of the 99 in turns 1 and 2. Up front it's a battle now. Guy Poulin putting the pressure on the 77 of Rick Libby. Poulin right down on the inside trying to find a groove beneath the 77. Looks to the inside again, but Libby hangs on. 2 laps down. Libby with a lot of pressure from Guy Poulin. Headstrong having trouble with the outside. Here comes Culprit in the 99. Back up the inside solidly into 3rd, bringing with him the 21 of Kevin Gelinas. Side by side racing now out of the 4 turn. 89 in trouble as he is off the pace. Tangles with 2 cars. Everyone manages to get straightened out, but the 89 now sits cold in the 1 turn. Yellow flag is out as apparently the 89 has lost its power. The 89 driven by Tony Deering. Ready for a start once again. Libby and Poulin. Green is out coming out of turn 4. Libby to the inside, Poulin to the outside. Side by side across the line. Then comes Culprit and Kevin Gelinas side by side. Door handle to door handle out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Libby drawing it even and putting a bumper ahead into turn 3. Guy Poulin right back on the outside. Ricky Libby to the inside. Guy Poulin gets it a little sideways. Does a nice job of collecting up but loses a little ground. Jim Culprit in the 99 on the move to the inside. Taking over the 2nd spot. Looks to the inside of Libby. Not quite room enough as Libby hangs onto that inside groove. Ricky Libby in the 77, Jim Culprit in the 99. Side by side next comes Kevin Gelinas in the 21, Guy Poulin in the 32, Ed Strong in the 104, Driscoll in the 45, Jim Burt in the 17. 104 in the infield, apparently an overheating problem. The 99 makes a nice move out of turn 4, takes over the lead. Jim Culprit now as we have a spin right here in the front stretch. Jim Burt. The 104 gets underway. Jim Burt backs it off the track trying to get it underway. He does. We stay green. The 21 of Kevin Gelinas. Guy Poulin. Then comes Driscoll in the 45. The leaders are in a spin. Culprit and Gelinas tangle. Gelinas gets it stopped before getting into the retaining wall. Amazingly, the 99 is able to keep going. Caution flag comes out as the 21 of Kevin Gelinas is unable to get underway. As the drivers glance across to the flag stand, know that they should be ready for a start at turn 4. Green is out. This time, Culprit from the inside. Guy pulling to the outside. The 45 of Paul Driscoll works his way up the inside. Takes over second place. Here comes Bob Shepard behind the wheel of the number 34 up in a third. That drops Poulin back to fourth. The 165 is driven by Chris Falkingham out of Bath. Newcomer to Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, making a fine showing in his first feature event. Halfway mark indicated by starter Junior Niles. Halfway point as the 59 gets out of shape, gets it back underway again. Continues to be the 99 of Jim Culprit showing the way. Paul Driscoll in second. He gets a little wide. Bob Shepard in the 34 looks to race to the inside. Up the backstretch, puts the nose to the inside of the 45. Bob Shepard filling in for brother Dwight in the number 34. Up in a second place comes Shepard with the 44. Paul Driscoll fighting back on the outside as he looks to the outside of third place competitor Guy Poulin in the 32. Here comes Shepard up the inside. Dives to the inside of the 99, gets the door shut. Tries again, going into 3. Tags the rear of the Culprit car into the infield. Both cars out of the contention. And the 99, unable to get free, is tagged by 20 of Pearson. Tough day for our race leaders as Jim Culprit and Bob Shepard come together. The second time this afternoon the 1 and 2 place cars have tangled. First time it was Culprit and Kevin Gelinas. Veteran racer Bob Shepard sits on the pole in the number 34. To his outside, the 32 of Guy Poulin. Pace car on the infield pit road. They approach turn 4. Green is out. Bobby Shepard into a quick lead. Chris Falkingham right up the inside takes over second. Guy Poulin slides to third. Ricky Libby in fourth as the top 4 break away just a bit. It'll be 5 laps to go this time by. Bob Shepard followed by Chris Falkingham in the 165. Top 2 break away from Guy Poulin just a bit. And Poulin puts a little distance on Ricky Libby. Next comes the 84 of Dave Field and the 73 of Jimmy Emerson. Shepard goes high. Here comes Chris Falkingham to the inside. They race side by side out of the 2-turn down the backstretch. Shepard comes back on the outside. Side by side between 3 and 4 at the 4-turn. It is Falkingham by about a half a car length across the start-finish line. It will be 2 laps to go when they come around next time. Chris Falkingham in the 165, new driver to Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, making just the kind of debut he would like to make. Shepard looks for racing room to the inside. Can't quite close it up on the bumper of the 165. Chris Falkingham shows the way down the backstretch. Then Bobby Shepard in the 34. Guy Poulin in the 32. Jimmy Emerson in the 73 takes over 4th. Sliding Libby back to 5th. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. 75 up out of the infield in front of the leaders, but he gets to the outside. They move to the inside. Chris Falkingham in the 165 will see the checkered flag fly as he claims the first feature event for the Limiteds for the 1991 season. Followed by Bob Shepard in the 34, Guy Poulin in the 32. Jimmy Emerson in the 73 from the top 4. First limited sportsman feature in the record book for the 1991 season. A nice round of applause for the winner of the first limited sportsman feature event of the 1991 season as he parades the checkered flag. Newcomer to Beech Ridge Motor Speedway by the name of Chris Falkingham. Chris is out of Bath, Maine, and certainly making his presence known in his first feature event here, just the way he would like to. Second place, by contrast to a veteran here at the Speedway, Bob Shepard. Third place going to Guy Poulin. '67 taking the tail end of the lineup is a rookie in the limited sportsman, Larry Vos. Larry Vos driving the 67. Flagman Eddie Walsh telling the drivers to hold it to turn 4. Green is out. Bakehofer having trouble getting the 96 underway. The 23 of Robbie Dorr jumps right into a quick lead. Then comes Richard Ryder in the 103. Dennis Quinn in the 06. Then comes Gene Terrio. Up the inside comes Earl Glidden in the 76, racing under the 56 of Robert Bodwell. Billy Thompson looking for racing room between cars as they enter the turns 1 and 2 area. Out of turn 3, Billy Thompson makes it up the middle. 3 wide move up through the middle. Tough way to do it, but Thompson makes it work. In the number 6, he looks to the outside of Gene Terrio now. Car on the move is the 6 of Billy Thompson as they race to the 1 turn. 3 abreast racing in the 1 turn. Tough to make that work, but so far the drivers are doing it. 3 abreast down the backstretch into the 3 turn. Keep your eyes on that pack of cars. Tough to run 3 wide. Gary Adams running way out in the 4th groove now. 4 wide goes Adams back, tucks it back in. Trying to advance from the back of the pack is a tough chore. Large field of cars, everyone looking to record that first feature event and start the season just that way. Robbie Dorr with a comfortable lead over Dennis Quinn. Side-by-side battle now for 3rd. Richard Ryder in the 103, Billy Thompson in the 6. Top 4 cars have broken away. Robert Bodwell Jr. trying to catch up as he rides in the 5th place position. Steve Reno racing to the outside. Phil Weeks now takes the 19 into the outside groove. Slides out into the 3 turn. 3rd groove rather. Having some problems there. Spin in the 2 turn. Hard into the wall goes the 68 of Chuck Haynes. A wheel off the car. That will put us under caution. Hard hit by the 68 into the backstretch wall as apparently a wheel is off that car. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the all clear as the drivers glance across to the flag stand. The Lumina from Pape Chevrolet makes its way on a pit road and will look to restart with 5 laps down. Robbie Dorr, Dennis Quinn on the front line. Turn 4, green flag. Robbie Dorr jumps back into the lead. Dennis Quinn looks to race to the outside as they approach turn 1. Then comes Richard Ryder to the inside. The move by Billy Thompson to the outside, trying to take over 3rd. And he moves it to the inside, squeezes down to the inside, takes over 3rd. Billy Thompson on the move, right at the back bumper of Dennis Quinn. Phil Weeks now makes a move to the inside of the 103 of Ryder, takes over 4th. Phil Weeks in his sophomore year here at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Another young man on the move on the outside, Earl Glidden Jr. Also in his sophomore year. Cars all stacked up going down the backstretch. 3 wide now. Richard Olin dives to the inside. The 76 gets tagged and he's turned. Cars scatter both sides trying to miss the 76. And they do a good job, but yellow flag comes out just before the 76 gets underway. The number 10 of Steve Winslow unable to get underway as he sits at the exit of turn 4, and we are back under caution. 8 laps down. Turn 4, green is out. Robbie Dorr once again gets a good start. Phil Weeks from the outside takes over third. Gets out of shape. Billy Thompson looks to the race to the inside, no room. Thompson in 4th. Beaver Norton on the move in the 38 as he works to the outside of the 103 of Richard Ryder, fighting for the 5th place position. Beaver Norton takes it over as they race the front stretch to turn 1. Tangle in turn 1, the number 12, a bumper loose also, as the number 12 of Tim Gendron spins the car. A lot of frustration, a tough day for Gendron. And we also have a bumper sitting high in turn 1. Flagman Eddie Walsh signals all clear, letting the drivers know as they glance across to the flag stand they should be ready to start as they reach turn 4. They know he wants a tight column, bumper to bumper and wheel to wheel as they approach turn 4. Robbie Dorr, a veteran behind the wheel of the number 23 so far, has gotten off to a good start. Been able to get the jump on Dennis Quinn. Let's see if he does it again. Green is out. Once again, Robbie Dorr. Quick start. Phil Weeks up the inside challenging Dennis Quinn for 2nd place. Weeks in the 19. Quinn to the outside, puts a half a car ahead of the 19. Now looks to the outside of Robbie Dorr. He has a battle now to stay in that 2nd spot. No place to go because the inside row has been filled by Beaver Norton, right at the back bumper of the 19 of Weeks. And also on the outside is the number 6 of Billy Thompson looking for racing room. Robbie Dorr continues to show the way. Phil Weeks at his back bumper. Dennis Quinn working the outside. Quinn now gets a good bite down the front stretch. Smoke pours from the 24 of Danny Bubar. Seems to clear up as he gets into the corner, gets the car a little sideways. Smokes again down the backstretch. Have to keep our eye on that 24. Black flag is out to the 24, as evidently the fear is that he may be leaking oil on the speedway. Tough break for Danny Bubar as he takes it on pit road. Meanwhile, approaching the halfway mark is Robbie Dorr now with Weeks to the inside. Dorr goes a little wide. Here comes Phil Weeks up the inside. At turn 2, your new leader, Phil Weeks in the 19. Beaver Norton right at his back bumper. Now they have Dorr hung on the outside. 78 of Dave Fecto also coming up the inside. 3 abreast out of turn 4. 3 abreast into turn 1. Billy Thompson up the middle, hangs on to position number 3. Fecto battles to the inside. Dennis Quinn also to the inside. Billy Thompson working hard to hang on a 3rd spot as Dave Fecto works under him, takes over 3rd. Side-by-side battle, the race is for 3rd. Out of the 2-turn, down the backstretch. Fecto with 3rd spot by a fender. Here comes Thompson back on the outside. Phil Weeks. Beaver Norton right at his bumper. Dave Fecto in 3rd. He has Billy Thompson to the outside, Dennis Quinn to the inside. Robbie Dorr back to 6th. Working lap number 17, Phil Weeks. A lot of pressure from Beaver Norton in the 38. Dave Fecto in 3rd. Dennis Quinn now takes over 4th. Billy Thompson in 5th. Robbie Dorr 6th. As they put a little distance on the next group of cars led by Mike Field. Donnie Morse on the move in the 75, as is the 54 of Rick Burnett looking for room, as is the 0 of Gary Clough, the 111 of Pee Wee Knight. Beaver Norton looks to the outside now. Couldn't quite find the room. As the 19 of Phil Weeks continues to show the way. Norton in the 38. Fecto in the 78. Dennis Quinn in the 06. Billy Thompson in the number 6. As those top 5 cars break away. A lot of pressure once again to the back bumper of the 19 of Weeks. Beaver Norton just waiting for Weeks to make a little mistake. He looks like he's going to take advantage of it if he possibly can. Billy Thompson now looks to the outside. Tucks it back in. Robbie Dorr slides back now as Donnie Morse, Rick Furnett make it under the 23 of Dorr. They work up into the 6th and 7th place positions. Pee Wee Knight also trying to find a way by the 23. Beaver Norton with a nice move takes over the lead. New leader Beaver Norton in the 38 as they complete lap number 24. Next time by it'll be just 5 laps to go. Nice drive by Beaver Norton working his way up through the pack, putting some distance now on the 19 of Phil Weeks. 5 laps to go. 25 down, 5 to go. Fine run by Beaver Norton. Youngster out of Standish, Maine. Then the 06 of Dennis Quinn, the 6 of Billy Thompson. 75 is Donnie Morse, the 54 Rick Burnett, and the 111 Pee Wee Knight. 2 laps to go this time by. 2 laps to go. Beaver Norton with a comfortable lead. Half straightaway lead now over Phil Weeks. Billy Thompson racing back on the outside. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Norton. Cars tangling on the backstretch. The 78 of Fecto turns about. Checkered flag in the air. Beaver Norton grabs the limited Sportsman main event over Phil Weeks. Billy Thompson, Dennis Quinn. Tough break for Dave Fecto as cars appeared to hook bumpers, and Dave Fecto came out on the short end of that little skirmish on the backstretch, running in 3rd place to ending up way back. First limited Sportsman, A Main, goes to the youngster from Standish. A nice round of applause for Beaver Norton.
And ladies and gentlemen, please, a nice round of applause for Beaver Norton. Congratulations, Beaver, the first winner, 91. And the limited Sportsman main feature runners. How did it feel out there today?
Awesome. It's hard. It's hard. There's a lot of guys there. Started way back. I didn't think I was going to do this good, but I'm so happy.
How many wins does this make for you in a career that you've been racing now for the past few years?
3.
3 wins, and I'll tell you, you had some good competition today. Phil Weeks gave you a good run for the money. That crucial pass when you went into 1st place, what were you thinking?
I said, all right, here we go. You got a little wide.
Well, you took advantage of it. It gave you the win, and we congratulate you. Peter Roberts from the Coca-Cola Company has the presentation for you. Peter?
All right, Beaver. That was a great race. On behalf of Coca-Cola, I present you with the 1st place trophy. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a nice round of applause for Beaver Norton, back with American Canadian Tour spin-off finals at this time. Bruce Elder, back to you, and Dave Moody.
Beech Ridge regulars just continue to get stronger and stronger with every passing event. And they make up approximately half of the semi-feature field, especially if you count Pinkham and Brad Layton as Beech Ridge drivers. They're running full-time on the American Canadian Tour this year, but those 2 drivers cut their racing teeth here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. And they have had a good afternoon so far here in front of the hometown crowd. Pace car is coming in turn number 3. We are set to go. The 07 Pinkham, 82 Metivier, then LePage and Hanley ready to go on the semi. Pole position is on the line as they come out of turn number 4. Down to the line. Green flag is down to the racing. The 07 Pinkham with a nose out in front for the lead. Fluid coming off the right rear corner of the number 13 automobile. Mike Mayetta dropping Fluid off car number 13 at the back of the pack as they race side by side for second. The 07 Pinkham is your leader. Following through on the inside for second, the 21, Kevin LePage. Metivier dropped back to the number 3 spot, then Brad Layton and Robbie Crouch. Black flag is out for Mike Mayetta. Mayetta in the number 13 getting the consultation flag as Fluid continues to drain off the right rear corner of that automobile. Pinkham your leader. LePage is second. Metivier third. Brad Layton in the 1X and the 48 Robbie Crouch. Side-by-side racing, the 33, Mike Johnson, and the 72 Junior Hanley, side-by-side on the back chute for the number 6 spot. Johnson on the inside with the Pontiac. Hanley on the outside of the Ford Thunderbird going at it. Mayetta now goes high in turn number 1. He'll take the car to the garage area. Pinkham and LePage try to pull away from the field. Kevin LePage now beginning to turn up the heat on the rookie. LePage on the outside wants a piece of the lead. 07 Pinkham holding the inside. LePage up on the outside of the 21. Side by side as they hit turn number 3. Kevin LePage rim rides the outside. He's got the lead at the start-finish line. LePage rim rides the high side and he'll lead it down the back chute. Pinkham drop kick back to second. Third spot, the 82 of Metivier, then Brad Layton, Robbie Crouch, Mike Johnson, and Junior Hanley. Layton in the 1X takes a look to the outside of Metivier. Can't find them in the race as they hit 1 and 2. The 48 of Crouch, 72 Hanley, side by side. That is the battle for 5th as we're halfway done. LePage and Pinkham out in front of the pack. Metivier holding on to 3rd. Layton is 4th. Crouch, Hanley, and Johnson. Crouch to the inside of Brad Layton makes the move. The 48 Robbie Crouch finds the hole shot down low. Layton now struggling to hang on to the outside lane. Brad Layton in the 1X either goes up 1 or he goes backwards, and Layton puts the hammer down on the back chute. Layton in the 1X pulling up for 3rd now. Brad Layton halfway up as they hit the start-finish line. Robbie Crouch took the long groove away, but Layton has the 3rd spot. What a drive for the New Hampshire youngster in car number 1X as he's got 3rd now. Metivier is 4th, Crouch is 5th, followed by Johnson and Dion, and Junior Hanley is going backwards. Dave Dion, Pete Rondo, Bob Libby, all moving underneath Hanley on the back chute. Here comes Robbie Crouch up on the inside for the number 4 position. Crouch in the 48, trying to move on Metivier. Sylvain Metivier having the drive of his young career here in the semi, trying to hold off the defending champion. 2 laps to go. 2 to go for Kevin LePage. 2 to go for Pinkham. And it is a 4-car battle for 4th place. 82 Metivier, the 48 of Crouch, Johnson on the 33, the 29 of Dion. White flag coming out. LePage and Pinkham running nose to tail. Layton all alone in 3rd and side by side for 4th they come again. Final time around and the battle is for the number 4 position. Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag coming out. The semi featured a Kevin LePage. Phil Pinkham is 2nd. Brad Layton 3rd. Robbie Crouch gets 4th and Sylvain Metivier. What a drive by the youngsters in the semi feature. Sylvain Metivier comes home with a top 5 finish in the 82. Brad Layton with another outstanding run gets the number 3 spot. Phil Pinkham in the 07, the runner-up spot. And ladies and gentlemen, semi-feature winner, he'll start on the pole for the Coca-Cola 100, Kevin LePage in car number 21. right, Consolation time. Consi rounds on the Speedway. Car number 99, Jimmy Burns of Winslow, Maine, draws the pole in first round Consi action. Top 4 cars will qualify. Top 4 to the main event. The remainder go to the last chance B feature. Jimmy Burns, the veteran, on the inside. The rookie, Danny Knoll Jr., on the outside as they look for a start. Down to the line they come. Green flag is out and the Consi is underway. Jimmy Burns on the inside. The 99 has the lead. Derek Lynch, Roger LaPearl following through to the low groove. Right behind the number 14. Look at trouble on the back straightaway. The 61 goes around. Pierre Provençal and Don Forty off the back straightaway in turn 3. Both cars remain under power, at least for the moment. Jimmy Burns is your leader. The 15, Derek Lynch is second. Roger LaPearl, the 00 in third, and the final spot belongs to Dave St. Clair. The 14 machine holding on to the final transfer position. Right behind him, the 25 of Andy Santerre. Keep an eye on the middle of the field. The number 2 of Glenn Cusack slashing his way through traffic. Cusack from the back of the pack needs to pick up 3 more spots to qualify. Leaders working around lap traffic. Look out, Rick Rudolph is in trouble. Flat right front tire right in front of the leaders. Everybody gets by with no harm done. They shuffle it up in the middle of the pack. Roger LaPearl, the 00, holds on to third as they work around the 61 car. The lap machine of Pierre Provençal. 99, Jimmy Burns. The 15, Derek Lynch out in front of the pack. Third, the 00 of LaPearl. Then the lap car of Pierre Provençal. 4th spot belongs to Dave St. Clair, but he's under challenge now as Steve Channing tries to get underneath. The 14 of St. Clair holds the final qualified spot as they race the back chute. Glenn Cusack's car number 2 is now going backwards. Cusack for the second time today running strong early, but he now is headed to the back of the pack with problems once again. On the outside looking for the lead, young Derek Lynch going to work in turn 4. Halfway done and Lynch is on the move. 99, Jim Burns. Derek Lynch in the 15 and the 00, Roger LaPearl. Lynch hangs it up in the high groove, gets halfway up on Burns as they hit 3, but the veteran pulls away in 4. 3-car draft at the front of the field. Burns, Lynch, and Roger LaPearl. Then nearly a quarter track back to Dave St. Clair in the 14. St. Clair, the final qualifier. Derek Lynch in car number 15 gives up tap to back bumper of Jimmy Burns. Lynch with the faster automobile, but Jim Burns has a handle on the low groove. Lynch now with a rear view mirror full of the 00, Roger LaPearl trying to pick up the pace. Burns, Lynch, and LaPearl the top 3. Then the 14 of Dave St. Clair, Steve Channing, and the 25 Andy Santerre. Once again, Derek Lynch with a push down the back straightaway for Jim Burns. We've got 2 to go this time. 2 laps to go for the 99. Lynch right there in second, trying to find room to race. LaPearl in third, looking for a hole. White flag will come out this time. White flag coming out with 1 to go. Jimmy Burns out of turn number 4, takes it. Lynch right on the bottom of the racetrack looking for a hole. Can't find it as Burns covers the low groove down the back chute. 1 car in trouble. The Gary Johnson automobile goes up in smoke. Checkered flag coming out. The win to Jimmy Burns. Derek Lynch is second. Roger LaPearl, the 00, is third. And the final spot goes to Dave St. Clair. Only 4 cars will qualify, and no matter how it ends up, there is going to be at least a couple of top drivers that have to go to the B feature. 4 cars qualify. Bazanson and Cabana in row number 1, ready to shoot out. Coming down to the line, Cabana inside with the racing. Buzzy Bazanson walks away as Cabana gets sideways at the start. Bezanson, your leader. Cabana second. Racing Ralph Nason, and on the inside, the 67 of Gordy Bennett, followed by Jeff Stevens. Here comes the Outlaw in the 44 up the inside, right behind him, Randy McDonald. Inside line, gets the break. As going backwards is John Fitton Jr. Ron Solly spinning up the inside of the back straightaway. The 56 is back underway. The field will stay green. 5 car lengths in hand for Buzzy Bezanson in car number 2. The 5A Cabana running all alone in second. The battle for fourth is Stevens gets to the inside and takes it away. Jeffrey Stevens now with the fourth and final. Nason in the 10 shows third. 44, Stevens is fourth. Then McDonald, Bennett, Sardo, and Johnson. Buzzy Bezanson down the back chute, puts a lap on the Ron Saldi automobile, right behind Jean-Paul Cabana. Ralph Nason holding on to third, Jeff Stevens fourth. But keep an eye on car number 01. Randy McDonald, the defending GM Series champion, is out of the running right now. He needs one more spot to qualify. And after a back-of-the-pack finish on opening day at Lee, Randy McDonald may not even have the plan to fall back on. He has got to race his way into this feature. And right now he is one spot away. Bezanson all alone at the front of the pack in the DHS Holmes machine as we take the halfway flags this time by. Cabana in the second spot. Nason third. Bennett gets some ways off. Gets a piece of Randy McDonald, but they gather it up. Nason still shows third in car number 10, and Jeff Stevens now with 2 car lengths in hand in the 44. Stevens cannot afford to give up a spot. He is the final qualifier right now. Stevens drifting high in 4. Here comes McDonald as they lean on him coming down the front chute. Stevens shuts him down into 1. Randy McDonald right on the back bumper of the Outlaw as they run the back straightaway. Randy McDonald needs 1 to qualify. Look out, Johnson gets around. Field takes evasive action in turn 4. Everybody gets by and the caution flag is out. Paul Johnson in car number 35 trying to run the outside, got in too hard and lost the handle. Pace car pulls away on the back straightaway. 11 laps complete in the second consolation round. Bezanson, Cabana, Nason, and Stevens, the 4 qualified drivers as they come down for a start. Out of 4, they look for green, they've got it. Look out, Treble, Sardo, and Bennett get together. Pippin slams into the Gord Bennett car. 67 Gord Bennett and the 59 John Fippen Jr. get into it. Caution flag is out as there are 2 wrecked race cars on the front straightaway. Bezanson will set the pace in 3 and 4. Bezanson, Cabana, Nason, Stevens, and McDonald as they take green. And once again, Buzzy Bezanson able to pull away from the pack. Bezanson with 2 car lengths in hand. Trouble in turn 3. Ron Saldi gets around. Junior Colson also in it, along with the 09. Robbie Thompson's machine down on the inside of the track. Yellow flag is back out. Caution on the speedway once again for the 2-car tangle between Robbie Thompson and Ron Saldi. Here we go, down to the line. She started John Hulbert, looks him over, sends him away, and Bezanson is off to the lead. Cabana this time stays closer in the 5A. Cabana looking to the inside, but now Bezanson pulls away down the back chute. Nason holding on to 3rd, Stevens holding on to 4th. McDonald can't make a move on the inside. 2 laps to go. 2 to go for Bezanson, and all of a sudden Cabana has picked it up. Trouble in turn 1. The 68 of Colson, 35 Johnson getting together. Johnson with the lead, Cabana in hot pursuit. Mason in third, Stevens in fourth, and Randy McDonald is going to rub it out of the hat. Down to the line for the final time. Check her out. Cabana to the inside. Can't do it. Bazanson wins it. Cabana second. Mason third. Stevens fourth. And Randy McDonald, the defending GM Series champion, will have to go to the Last Chance B feature.
Starting in the third position, driving the number 1 out of Portland, Maine, also a Pontiac, is Dave Sprague. To his outside, longtime late model Sportsman campaigner, behind the wheel of the number 3 out of Freiburg, Maine, comes Lee Day. On the inside, the number 27 out of Freeport, Maine, a Buick, it is Richard Bubba Pelton. The number 11 out of Buxton, Maine, an 87 Pontiac, Tony Field. The number 5 out of Kennebunk is David Bath, looking for a start at turn 4. Green flag is out. Kevin Durgan jumps into a quick lead. Last couple of cars, the number 89 is of course Spike Manitol. The number 72 is Mark Field. Smoke from the 72 of Field. Hope it isn't anything serious, but the car continues to smoke. Meanwhile, up front is Kevin Durgan continuing to show the way. Ken McLeod now looks to the outside. The 13, Chris Rule, looks for racing room on the inside. McLeod works to the outside as they approach turn 3. 72 of Field taking it on a pit road as the car continues to smoke. Continues to be Durgan, Ken McLeod, Chris Rule as the top 3 break away. Ken McLeod makes the move to the outside down the backstretch, draws it even. Kevin Durgan fights back on the inside. 2 Pontiacs show the way. Then comes the Oldsmobile of Chris Rule filling the inside groove. Trying to keep the number 6 to the outside as the top 3 have broken away from the rest of the pack. Leader continues to be the number 7 of Kevin Durgan. Another challenge by Ken McLeod to the outside as he draws it even. They cross the stripe side by side. Ken McLeod now out of the 2-turn down the backstretch. Just squeezes by the number 7 of Durgan. New leader is Ken McLeod in the number 6. Ken McLeod, Kevin Durgan, Chris Rule. Big lead. Then comes in the 4th spot, the 93 of Danny Palmer. Lee Day in the number 3, Dave Sprague in the number 1. The 03 of Steve Howard. Then comes the 27 of Bubba Pelton. The 89 of Spike Manitol, the 5 of David Bath, the 08 of Rod Moody, the 19 Russ Johnson, the 55 Arthur Hannaford, the 69 Tim Maloney, the number 6 of McLeod makes a move around a lap car, number 11. Tony Field having some problems this afternoon with the number 11 smoking earlier. Evidently just trying to finish out the feature event here today. Obviously something wrong with the number 11. Ken McLeod, meanwhile, has stretched out a comfortable lead over Kevin Durgan. Ken McLeod, veteran limited Sportsman campaigner, tried his hand at the late models in 1990, kind of ran out of money. Now he's trying the new Super Sportsman and certainly starting out on a successful note here today. They'll be approaching the halfway mark next time by. now working their way through some lap traffic. The number 7 of Kevin Durgan working his way between cars. Chris Rule now following suit as they work between the 69 of Tim Maloney and the 55 of Arthur Hannaford. Impressive run by Ken McLeod this afternoon as he just continues to put distance on the rest of the field. Bubba Pelton has worked his way up into 4th place, sliding Danny Palmer back to 5th. Spike Manitoul holding the 6th place position. In the battle for 7th finds Dave Sprague in a side-by-side battle with the 03 of Steve Howard. Howard now takes advantage of the lap car, takes over the position, as does David Bath, working to the outside of the number 11. It'll be 5 laps to go. Five to go. And our leader, the number 6, driven by Ken McLeod, crosses the stripe. Holding a comfortable lead over Kevin Durgan in 2nd spot, and Chris Rule in the number 14. Chris Rule putting the pressure on the number 7 now as he looks to improve a position if he possibly can. Chris Rule right at the back bumper of the number 7 of Kevin Durgan. Durgan pulls away just a little bit, but now he's going to have the lap car of Lee Day to deal with. Day stays down low, and Durgan works to the outside. It will be 2 to go next time by. Ken McLeod continues to run away with the first ever feature event for this new Super Sportsman division. About a half straightaway lead over Kevin Durgan and Chris Rule. And comes Bubba Pelton, white flag in the air now. 1 lap to go. Checkered flag flies. Ken McLeod makes a successful debut in the all-new Super Sportsman division. Ken McLeod in a 1990 Pontiac Grand Prix. Coasts down to pick up the colors from flagman Eddie Welch. Let's have a nice round of applause for the first ever feature event winner in our new Super Sportsman division, Ken McLeod. Ken McLeod's Pontiac Grand Am is sponsored by the Jansen Service Center and Ace Hardware. Ken to move into the late models for the 1990 season, and I believe just sort of kind of ran short on cash and decided this was a good opportunity kind of between the limiteds and the late models. McLeod returns the colors to flagman Eddie Welch, and we will have an opportunity to see and hear from Ken McLeod. Kind of a history-making event here this afternoon as we debut a brand new division here at the Speedway.
Right now, welcome into victory lane, Kenny McLeod. Ken, congratulations. The first ever Super Sportsman victory for a former Limited Sportsman champion. How do you feel this afternoon?
Great. Couldn't be any better.
tell us a little bit. At the start of the race, you're riding outside of Kevin Durgan. You ran there for a few laps. Was it that competitive and the car's that close that you couldn't get the edge to get by for a while?
Yeah, I really needed to put together a couple of consistent laps to get by him. He was doing really good. Finally did it.
You and Kevin are old friends. In fact, you drove his car to a championship victory in the limited sportsman division. Your car?
It was my car, then he drove mine following me.
Given that, have you guys shared any information in this new division for the setup today?
A little bit, nothing major. Small.
And now give us a little bit of insight, because today we had a couple of real good cars. Yourself, Kevin Durgan, Chris Rule starting right up front, the ones that were anticipated to be some favorites today, but they weren't expected to draw a pole and outside pole position. What happens next week when you start at the tail and have to bring your way up through? What's it going to be like?
It's going to be a little different because there's real good competition in this class. See what happens, go from there.
Do you think they're all going to be pretty evenly matched?
Most of them.
And tell us a little bit of the difference. You ran a little bit of the late model sportsman last year, and now you're running the super sportsman. Of course, you had a limited sportsman championship. Compare the three for us and tell us about that.
This feels basically what it is, right in between. It's a good class for me because I really couldn't afford late model. Just looking forward to a good year. Started off right anyway.
Well, you sure did start off right. Peter Roberts from the Coca-Cola Company has the first ever Super Sportsman trophy for you.
Thanks, Andy. Kenny, on behalf of Coca-Cola, we're proud to be a sponsor of the new class at Beech Motor Speedway. And here's the first place trophy. Ran a hell of a race.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a nice round of applause for Ken McLeod. Congratulations, Ken. Bruce Elder, Dave Moody, back to you.
Thank you, Andy. Next on tap will be the running of the American Canadian Tour B feature.
Pace car is in. Pace car is in. Channing and Santerre coming down. McDonald is coming up pit road. Green is out. McDonald is off the right and went to green. Steve Channing spinning off the inside pole. The 42 is Randy McDonald, but he's a long way behind. 25 Santerre, your leader. Glenn Cusack second. Third to Bobby Coburn, then Robbie Thompson and Bill Zarno Sr. Once again, Randy McDonald is hooked to ride in the Donald 40 machine. Car number 42, McDonald is underway, but he is a long way behind the field. Only the winner advances on. Only the winner gets a back row start in the Coca-Cola 100, and right now it is rookie Andy Santerre on the point. Glenn Cusack in the Cherry Coke Chevrolet, beginning to dial him in second. Bobby Coburn third. Robbie Thompson moving down on the inside. Thompson in the 09 moving up. The sophomore driver from Owen Sound, Ontario, picked up one on the straightaway. Andy Santerre now beginning to feel the heat from Glenn Cusack. Cusack in car number 2 up on the outside, trying to take it away. The battle is on for the final spot of the main event. Santerre inside, Cusack on the outside, nose to nose at the line. Andy Santerre, the rookie, the veteran Glenn Cusack continue to go doorknob to doorknob. One more time, all the way around for the lead, and here comes Robbie Thompson in the 09. Thompson and Johnson side by side. 4-car battle for the lead now. Hold on to your hats, this could get serious. Only the winner will qualify, and 4 drivers want it. 25 Santerre, Cusack in the 2, 09 Thompson, 35 Johnson going at it. One more time, all the way around they go, we're halfway done. Santerre and Cusack, Thompson and Johnson, and here comes Bobby Coburn and Bill Zarno into it. Great racing at the front of the pack. Final chance to qualify, and they are giving it all. Santerre, Cusack, Thompson, Johnson, down to the line. laps to go, and again it's Santerre by inches at the line. Spectacular racing for the final spot in the main event. Santerre gets the jump now. Cusack coming back on the outside. Wheel to wheel, they come out of 4. 3 laps to go for Andy Santerre. Cusack hanging on the outside. Thompson in the 09 looking for a hole downstairs. 2 laps to go this time. It's starting to get serious. Santerre and Cusack coming back. Thompson to the inside for a 3-wide shot. Can't make the run. Santerre is sideways. Cusack bumps him. Down the backstretch they go with 2 to go. Cusack with a nose in front. Santerre on the inside. They bump each other. Santerre back to it. White flag is out with 1 to go. 25 Santerre. Cusack in the 2. Robbie Thompson and the 35 of Johnson. Final time in turn number 3. They stack it up for the checkered flag. Down to the line they come. It's going to be Andy Santerre, I believe, by inches. Oh my heart, what a race. They came to the line separated by inches. And ladies and gentlemen, by a heartbeat, it goes to Andy Santerre in car number 25. That was the race of the afternoon. Andy Santerre, the rookie, with a tremendous effort to hold off Glenn Cusack and Robbie Thompson. Santerre from Cherryfield, Maine, in the Pensati Roello Superstore, Buick Regal. You can see the black rubber scars on the right-hand side as they took the gloves off. And ladies and gentlemen, let him hear it. A tremendous drive for Andy Santerre, your winner. Driving car number 34 from Standish, Maine, the Forest City Chevrolet Lumina Bob Libby. Starting 9th on the field from Campbellville, Ontario, the Quaker State. Motion Lincoln Mercury Ford Thunderbird, car number 72 for Junior Hanley. Off to a strong start on the American Canadian Tour for 1991. He came in this afternoon number 10 in the ACT point standings. Car number 85 from Saco, Maine, the Southern Maine Brokerage Chevrolet Pete Rondo. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the afternoon, the Coca-Cola 100. Gentlemen, start your engines! Joining the field at the tail end off pit road, car number 35 from Hollis, Maine, the Paul Johnson automobile will be added to the rear as the 34th starter. Field is away in turn number 1 behind the triple pace cars. Scheduled to start 3rd in the Gardner 11. Car number 1X is on pit road with a flat left rear. And a terrible break before the green flag even flies for the Pete Maynard Associates team. Robert Deering, Alan Tripp, and the crew will change that left rear tire and get the 1X machine back underway. way. But Brad Layton will forfeit the inside second row starting position. He'll have to go all the way to the back of the pack. Mike Johnson and Dave Dion in 3. Row 4 to Pete Rondo and Bob Libby. Then it's Junior Handley on the inside of the next row. Mike Mayetta on the outside will start in 10. Field is set. LePage sets the slow pace out of 4. John Hulbert brings him down. Green flag is on and we're racing. LePage on the inside has the break into turn 1. Robbie Crouch filling the hole downstairs, trying to make the move for second. Pink pulls him off on action. Pinkham in the V8 automobile has the horsepower to hold off the six-bagger Robbie Crouch. On the outside, the man on the move early is Dynamite David Dion. The Berlin City Ford beginning to work the high groove on the outside. Crouch down low in the V6. Dion up high in the V8, number 29. Down to the line, it's Dion by a nose. Dynamite David Dion wasting little time heading for the front of the pack. Has a nose up on Crouch for third. They are reeling in Pinkham for the runner-up position. Phil Pinkham in the 07 holds onto the low groove, trying to hold off the Berlin City Ford. Pinkham low, Dion high. Dynamite Dave Dion makes the run, and he's got a nose up for second place. Dave Dion on the high groove takes over the runner-up position. The Ford cars run first and second. Pinkham and Crouch, third and fourth, followed by Bob Libby and Bobby Randall. Libby gets into the back end of Robbie Crouch, has to back up. Crouch on the outside looking to challenge for third, and on the outside here comes Dion for the lead. The Thunderbirds go nose to nose. LePage in the 21, Dion in the 29. Side by side at a turn number 4. Give it to the Berlin City Ford. Dion on top. I think of number 6. Robbie Crouch on the outside, taking over third, right behind the 91 of Bob Randall. Phil Pinkham in the 07. The outside pole starter now beginning to feed back in the pack. Randall moves around, drops Pinkham to the 5th spot, right behind the 34 of Bob Libby. Then it's side-by-side action all the way back through the top 12 positions. Dion and LePage lead him out of turn 4. The 48 Crouch is third. Randall, the 91, now up to 4th as they're 3 wide in turn number 1. Mike Johnson gets out of the groove and Pete Rondo puts him away. Rondo, the 85, now has some room to work. Goes to the high side of Sylvain Metivier. Metivier in the 82 can't hold him off. Rondo moves up a spot. He's got the number 7 position. Pete Rondo, who started back in the 9th spot. We've got a challenge now for the number 3 spot. Here comes Bobby Randall on the outside. Randall, the former Beech Ridge late model champion, making a move on Robbie Crouch. Randall to the outside, puts the horsepower to work. He's halfway up now on the 48 machine. Dion and LePage, 1 and 2. Crouch and Randall side by side. Randall that time across at it. Bobby Randall hangs it up on the outside. Crouch will not give way down low. Great battle side by side all the way around, and they're reeling in Captain Beech. Bobby Randall beginning to look now for the number 2 position on the outside. Dion and LePage. Randall looking to reel it in. Here comes the 91 machine. Dave Dion now has opened up 4 car lengths over the pack. LePage is second. Randall still third. Crouch is fourth. In 5th, the 34 of Bob Libby. 6th spot belongs to Phil Pinkham. Pete Rondo is 7th. Mike Johnson is 8th. Side-by-side battle for 9th. Sylvain Metivier and Junior Handley. As on the outside now, Randall with a nose up. He's got the number 2 spot. Well, Bobby Randall refusing to give up on that outside lane takes the number 2 spot away from Kevin LePage. 17 laps down in the Coca-Cola 100. 1 car off course on the back straightaway. It's the Steve Knowlton machine. Speedway stays under the green flag as Knowlton goes a lap down to the leaders. Momentarily, the 25 Andy Santerre will lose a lap to Dave Dion. Dion down the back straightaway, puts Santerre down 1. And the man on the was pulled away from Kevin LePage. Randall beginning to reel in Dave Dion. Leading out of turn number 4, Dynamite David Dion. He has led the last 14 laps without challenge. But Bobby Randall looks to change that very shortly as the 91 is coming on strong. 21, Kevin LePage is third. Then the lap car, 66, Steve Knowlton. Fourth belongs to the 48 of Robbie Crouch. Fifth is Bob Libby in the 34. The 07, Pinkham is sixth. Pete Rondo is seventh. Mike Johnson is eighth. And Mike Mayetta and Junior Hanley completing the top 10. Look, turn 2, Sylvain Becky dumping the 53 man beating. Field scatters. Bill Zardo Jr. goes around. Yellow flag is out. Two-car confrontation at the top of turn number 2 as Sylvain Metivier gets into the back bumper of Dan Beatty's car number 53 and takes Beatty around. Once again, the lapped car, 66, Steve Knowlton on the outside of row 2. Then the fourth place automobile, 48, Robbie Crouch, and the 34, Bob Libby. The 25, Andy Santerre, is also one lap down. The number 6 automobile, the 07 of Phil Pinkham. In 7th, Pete Rondo in the 85. Mike Johnson 8th in the 33. In 9th, car number 13 for Mike Mayetta. And in the 10th spot, the 72 of Junior Hanley. Then it's Sylvain Metivier in 11th. 12th, Claude Leclerc in the 11th. In 13th, car number 2 for Buzzy Bazanza. 14th, Beaver Dragon. The 5A, Cabana is 15th. Jeff Stevens is 16th, followed by Carlton Roby, Derek Lynch, Paul Johnson, and the Marty LeBlanc automobile. Eighth car coming in on the back straightaway. We are set for a restart with 22 complete. Glenn Cusack down off the jack. He will return on the rear of the field. Dion and Randall ready to square off in row 1. LePage and the left car of Steve Knowlton in 2. Green flag is out, and Dion drives away with the lead. Randall going high in turn 1 and 2, gathers it in, and he's got the second place back. LePage holding on to third. Crouch on the inside of Knowlton in 4th. Right behind him, Bob Libby, then Phil Pinkham. Sorting it out, down the back straightaway. Claude Leclerc at car number 11 gets booted high. He drops a handful of spots and gathers it back in. Dion the leader. A car length back to the 91 of Randall. LePage in the 21 is third. Then Robbie Crouch and Bob Libby. Gets the 99 off course at the top of 3, gathers it up and continues on, will stay green. Dion and Randall running 1 and 2. LePage all by himself in third. Trouble on the front chute as Carlton Roby loops it. The Canyon, New Hampshire driver down on the inside of the racetrack trying to refire the car. Roby goes a lap down and we go under yellow. Caution flag on the Speedway for Carlton Roby. Then Kevin LePage and the lap car of Jim Burns, Robbie Crouch, Bob Libby, and the lap car of Steve Knowlton as their green. Again, Dion drives away with it, and LePage to the inside, looking to get the number 2 spot back. LePage with the whole shot on Bobby Randall as they go nose to nose into 3 and 4. LePage in the Ford, Randall in the nose, it's Randall at the line. Jimmy Burns in trouble, showing smoke off the 99. He's got some fiberglass rubbing the right front corner. Dion, your leader. Randall back in single file for second. LePage third. Crouch fourth as the black flag flies for Jim Burns, who loops it in 4. The 99, Jimmy Burns, takes it all racetrack. Dion, Randall, LePage, and Crouch, the top four. Change in the number 5 spot is Mike Johnson going to work on the inside of Bob Living. Johnson in the 33 goes to 5th. The 34, Living, is 6th. And 7th, the 72 of Hanley, who goes to the inside, and they bang each other in 4. Junior Hanley trying to work on the Bob Libby automobile. Right behind him, Beaver Dragon and Buzzy Bezanson. A tough pack of cars now looking to go to work on the Bob Libby, car number 34. One of the quick cars on the racetrack right now, the number 44 of Jeffrey Stevens. Stevens started 28th. He is now 11th. The outlaw from Kennebuck, Maine, really making hay in the early laps. Once again, Stevens started 28th. He is now 11th. A bit of smoke showing off the 53 of Dan Beatty. He's got some fiberglass damage rubbing on the left tire. Beatty will look for a caution flag to try and get that taken care of. 44, Jeff Stevens putting the pressure on the Jean-Paul Cabana automobile. That's the battle for the number 10 spot. Right in front of them, Buzzy Bezanson goes to the outside of Beaver Dragon. Side-by-side battle. For the 8th and 9th position, Dragon on the inside of the 75, the 2 of Bezanson on the outside. It's a 2-car break at the front of the pack. Dave Dion and Bobby Randall have broken away from the field. They run 1 and 2 in the Coca-Cola 100. About to put a lap on Bill Zardo Jr. in car number 40. The 21, Kevin LePage, a good half straightaway behind in 3rd. He's got 2 car links in hand over Robbie Crouch. The lap car of Steve Knowlton. The 5th place automobile, Mike Johnson, followed by Bob Libby, Junior Handley, Beaver Dragon, and Buzzy Bezanson. Buzzy Bezanson once again trying to move to the outside of Beaver Dragon. Dragon bobbles him in turn 1, and Bezanson gets a fender up. Field coming down, trouble in turn 1. Sylvain Metivier entangling with Ralph Nason. The 53, Dan Beatty, 77, Andre Baudouin in it. 82, Sylvain Metivier getting around in a big pack of automobiles. And a number of drivers taking evasive maneuvers to avoid the confrontation in turn 2. Crouch, the number 4 automobile, is coming to the pit for service. Pete Rondo's number 85 pulling up on the pace car. He'll come next time. Right side tires, the order for the Renterec Buick Regal of Robbie Crouch. Carl Osha, Brian Latouche going to work on the right-hand side. Cabana's going to pit. The 5A, Jean-Paul Cabana, will pit out of a top 10 position. So strategy beginning to come into play as we've got 40 laps complete in the Coca-Cola 100. It looks like they're going to go to work on the rear end of that car. The rear deck goes up. They may be having rear end problems with the Portland Pump car number 85. Crouch is down and away. Robbie Crouch stays on the lead lap. Narrowly avoids losing one on pit road. Pete Rondo in the pits. Cabana now is down and away, and he'll rejoin the field. Rondo is back under power. Still in the pits, the 46 of Bill Zardo. Glenn Cusack's car number 2, who now comes off the jack. Sylvain Metivier is underway. The 77 of Andre Baudouin looks like he may be in for an extended stay. Over to the double file for the restart. Pace car is in. We're set to go with 40 down, 60 remaining. And once once again, it's Dion and Randall. The left car of Beatty and the 21 Kevin LePage down to the line. Green flag is out, and this time Randall gets the jump. Bob Randall goes after it on the outside. Down the back chute, Randall with a nose in front. Bobby Randall trying to take it over on the high side. Dion back to challenge down below there, nose to nose in turn 4. Randall with the lead at the stripe. Bobby Randall rim rides the outside. The 91 still with a wheel on the top. Dion in the Berlin City Ford hanging on to the low groove. Inches apart in turn number 4. They come to the line. Kevin LePage third. Johnson is fourth. Side by side for fifth. It's Beaver Dragon on the inside. Lapped car into play. Dion gets around and Randall falls back to second. Bobby Randall can get even, but he can't get around the Berlin City Ford. Down the back stretch. Dion now with a length in hand. Randall in second. Then 5 lengths back to the third place machine of Kevin LePage. The left car of Dan Beatty. Then in fourth, it's the 33 of Johnson. In fifth, the 75 Beaver Dragon. The 34 of Libby is sixth. Randall trying to get the inside of Dion. That's up to the 2. The cars touch and get away. Bobby Randall all over the back bumper of Dave Dion trying to force a mistake. The 1X of Brad Layton is beginning to pull himself back into things. Layton works underneath Junior Hanley that time by, and now we'll go after Jeffrey Stevens. Layton in the 1X is back on the warpath after going to the rear of the field and starting dead last in the main event. Bob Libby in the 34 gets high on the racetrack. Claude Leclerc, Jeff Stevens, and now Brad Layton will work under him. Libby, who ran in the top 5 early, now is going backwards as the 1X machine fights his way under in turn 4. It continues to be a 2-car battle at the front as we are halfway this time. 50 down, 50 to go. It's Dion and Randall. The 35 car, Johnson, beginning to move out of the back as well. Paul Johnson up on the outside, goes around Beaver Dragon. Johnson now in the 5th position. Takes a run at Mike Johnson for the number 4 spot. Paul Johnson in the 35 has decided it's time to go racing. Johnson in the Buick Regal moves around. Goes after the lap car of Dan Beatty, car number 53. Then next ahead, it's Kevin LePage in 3rd place. Bob Libby sideways in turn 3, brings it all the way around but gathers it up. Libby charging hard, trying to get underneath the Claude Leclerc machine, almost brought it around. Here comes Johnson in the 35, going after Kevin LePage. Paul Johnson on the outside is your 3rd place up in the field. Paul Johnson coming out of the back of the pack now to run in 3rd. Two-car break at the front. Dion and Randall continue to run in close formation. Paul Johnson now with some daylight in 3rd in car number 35. The 21, LePage is 4th. Mike Johnson 5th in the 33. Then the 75 of Beaver Dragon. Buzzy Bazanza next in car number 2, followed by Mike Madden, Jeff Stevens, Brad Layton, and Bob Blair. The 33, Mike Johnson gets under the page. Johnson takes place. The two cousins, Paul and Mike Johnson, now running third and fourth. And what a day for the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway regulars. Randall, Johnson, and Johnson running second, third, and fourth on the field. And not far behind the 13 of Mike Mayetta. Dave Dion around the lap car of Bill Zardo has opened up 3 car lengths on Randall. David Dion with 3 car lengths in hand over Bobby Randall. Then a quarter of a track back to Paul Johnson in the 35. He is third. Mike Johnson in car number 33 is fourth. Fifth spot belongs to the 21 of Kevin LePage. In sixth, Harmon Beaver Dragon in the 75 machine. Seventh, the 2 of Buzzy Bazanson. Mike Mayetta, the 13, is eighth. Jeff Stevens is ninth in car number 44. And rounding out the top 10, the 1X of Brad Layton. In 11th, Bob Libby in the 34. 12th spot belongs to the 11 of Claude Leclerc. In 13th, the 72 Junior Handler. Robbie Thompson, the 09, is 14th. Robbie Crouch back to 15th in the 48. 16th, the 15 of Derek Lynch, followed by Ralph Mason in 17th. Dave St. Clair is 18th. Carlton Roby in 19th, and the Cusack automobile completes the top 20. Dave Dion looks ahead and sees big trouble ahead as the lap traffic begins to run 2 abreast. Trouble in 4. Andy Santerre loops it. Sideways in the face of the field. Here they come. Everybody gets around. Santerre refires the car and brings it out of harm's way. The caution flag flies with 65 down, and that is the break that Paul Johnson has been waiting for. And what an afternoon this is shaping up to be for the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway regulars as they hold second, third, and fourth right now behind the leader, Dave Dion. An unbelievable run by Paul Johnson. He started 35th in car number 35, and 60 laps later he is in third spot. Pace car is in. Once again it's Dion and Randall, but keep an eye on the inside of row 2. Down they come. Green is out and they're racing. Once again, Dion with the horsepower to pull away. Randall hangs with them as they hit the back straightaway. Johnson a car length back in third. Side by side for fourth. The 21 LePage, 33 Mike Johnson, and Beaver Dragon pulling into it. Dave Dion once again pulls away with the lead. Randall back to single file in second. Johnson third, and again it's side by side for fourth. LePage inside, trouble in 1. Steve Knowlton gets nailed. Mike Mayetta goes around. Field scatters, everybody getting by. 13 Mayetta, 66 Knowlton getting together, and we are under caution once again. Dion and Randall go 1 and 2. Paul Johnson and Kevin LePage in third and fourth. Fifth is Mike Johnson. Sixth is Beaver Dragon. And keep an eye on the Beaver. This is a vintage Beaver Dragon performance. He's been hanging around the top 10 all afternoon long. Layton, who was forced to pit before the drop of the green flag, has come all the way back to the number 9 spot. In 10th, the 34 of Bob Libby. 11th is Claude Leclerc. Robbie Crouch, the 48, is 12th, followed by Robbie Thompson and Ralph Mason. Lights are down on the pace car. We're set to go. 67 complete, 33 remaining. Question now, has Bobby Randall got anything left for David Dion? Here they come out of 3. Looking for a start this time. Green is out and they're away. Once again, Dion able to pull away on the inside. Here comes Paul Johnson. Johnson trying to fill the hole downstairs. Can't do it as Randall drives away. Here comes the 75. Beaver Dragon swaps gears and he's on the move. Dragon tangling with Mike Johnson, getting away with it. The 75 is up to 5th. Dragon has decided to go racing now. LeBlanc's car number 8 is off the pace down on the inside of 2, gets it rolling again. Dion out in front by a Carling. Randall is second. Johnson third. LePage fourth, and then the Beaver. The lap car of Dan Beatty, car number 53, is quick as just about anybody out there right now, but he can't get himself back on the lead lap. He is trapped on the outside of Mike Johnson, but he's going to go around Johnson. Beatty in car number 53 making a good run of things, but he's a lap down, not fighting for position right now. Once again, the top 2 begin to pull away. 29 Dion, 91 Randall setting to the outside. Bobby Randall wants a look as they hit 4, goes way high and has to back out of it. Paul Johnson in the 35 has come all the way to 3rd, but his progress has stopped there as he cannot keep pace with Dion and with Randall. The battle is shaping up for 4th. Beaver dragging it all over the back bumper of Kevin LePage. Dragon in the 75, the 2-time American-Canadian Tour champion, beginning to pick up the pace. Again, he didn't even slide off turn 4, but again, LePage has him covered on the front chute. Right behind Dragon, the side-by-side battle, the 33 of Mike Johnson battling the lapped car of Dan Beatty. Beatty very strong on the outside lane, trying to keep himself in contention and possibly get back on the lead lap. 75 done. 75 down, 25 to go in the Coca-Cola 100. Look, Johnson goes around. Mike Johnson in the face of the field. Claude Leclerc rolls into him, and the yellow is out. The 33, Mike Johnson. The 5th place automobile, battling nose to nose with the lap car of Dan Beatty, got in too hard and brought it around. Did not appear, at least from this vantage point, that there was any contact between the two. Here comes Pete Rondo in the 85. The 11, Claude Leclerc. 24, Carlton Roby. 33, Mike Johnson. So once again, pit road, a busy spot with just 24 laps remaining. And as competitive as this field is this afternoon, it's a long road back to the front. Pace car coming in, we're set to go. 24 laps remaining. Dave Dion trying to pull off a dominating win here this afternoon. Here they come down for a restart. Green is out of their way. Again, it's Dion by half a car length. Randall trying to hang on to the outside lane. Bobby Randall halfway up, pulls even as they hit 3. Johnson trying to fill the hole downstairs. This may be the opportunity for Paul Johnson. Right behind him is Beaver Dragon. It takes over 4th place. But Samson on the inside of LePage steals 5th. Bobby Randall tucks it back in line in the number 2 position. LePage getting sideways out of 4. The 21 is going backwards. Jeffrey Stevens moving underneath in 2. Crouch right behind him, followed by Brad Layton. 1, 2, 3, going nose to nose out of turn number 4. Stevens moving underneath the Kevin LePage automobile. That is the battle for 6th place. LePage back to 7th, but not for long as Robbie Crouch has the hole on the inside. Kevin LePage has been in contention all long trapped on the outside. LePage taking the expressway out of the top 10. Finally gets it back in line. Laps complete, 19 remaining. It continues to be Dynamite David Dion. Randall is 2nd. Johnson is 3rd, followed by Beaver Dragon and Buzzy Bezanson. The 53 of Dan Beatty is 1 lap down to the leaders, but running strong right now. Beaver Dragon takes a look inside Johnson, can't Paul Johnson beginning to push high in the 35. Johnson's charge from the rear may be beginning to tell on that automobile. As the 35 car now drifting by in the corners, he leaves the door open for Beaver Dragon. Harmon, Beaver Dragon. Whoa, Randall gets into the back end of Dion. Gives the City Ford a love tap as they hit the back stretch. Johnson in the 35 again, drifting high in the corners, but Beaver Dragon cannot capitalize. Randall looking high. Down the back chute, can't find the horsepower. 86 complete, 14 remaining. Dion and Randall, they've been 1-2 all afternoon long. 35, Johnson is third. Dragon fourth. Nazanson fifth. Then Stevens, Crouch, Lapine, Layton, and Bobby Living. It has been a two-car shootout since the drop of the green, and it's going to be a two-car shootout to the checkers. Dion in the fourth. Randall in the... Next time by 10 laps to go for Dynamite David Dion. 10 to go. Next time by for the Berlin City Ford. Out of 4, Dion. 10 to go. Side-by-side battle between Jeffrey Stevens and Robbie Crouch. That is the battle for 6th place. Stevens on the inside. Crouch on the outside. The 10th beginning to move. Robbie Crouch taking over 6th, at least for the moment, but here comes Stevens on the low groove. Dion and Randall coming up on the left traffic. This may be the final home for Bobby Regan. He needs to force a mistake here in the closing laps by Dion. The 29 goes to the outside of Bill Zardo Jr. To the outside of Andy Santerre in turn 4. Santerre, the rookie, gives way. 7 to go. 7 to go for Dave Dion.
It'll be 5 to go next time by as the 29 of Dave Dion works to the outside of Zato along with Randall right on his back bumper. The two-car duel continues in the last 5 laps of the Coca-Cola 100. Paul Johnson continues to be your third place car. Beaver Dragon in the 75 is fourth. Buzzy Bazanson holding down fifth. Bobby Randall looking to the outside once again. Have to wonder if Randall has used up the tires too much to get out there again. Spin by the 24 of Carlton Roby. Takes the leaders out over the top of the bank. Yellow flag comes out immediately as the 24 of Carlton Roby spins right in front of the leaders. Caution flag comes out. We will revert back to the last lap under the green. Near disaster for the 1 and 2 place cars of Dion and Randall as the 24 out of Candia, New Hampshire spins in the 4-turn.
Here's the ruling from ACT Scoring. When the yellow flag came out, Dave Dion was the leader. Beaver Dragon passed them before they came to the line, but there is no passing under yellow, no racing to the line on the American Canadian Tour. So Dion is the leader, and Dragon is second. Dion and Dragon now show 1 and 2. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the ruling is as such. Dion was the leader when the caution flew. He kept his car on the racetrack and underway. The reason why Bobby Randall has lost spots is that Randall went off the track into the marbles and was passed before the caution came out. So they stand right now, Dion, Dragon, Johnson, Bazanson, and Randall. How many times over the years have these two gone at it? Pace car is in. We have 4 laps remaining. 4 laps remaining. Dion and Dragon, Johnson and Bazanson. The lap car of Santerre and Bobby Randall down to the line. Green and Dragon's good. Beaver Dragon gets the break as Dion gets sideways at the start. Beaver Dragon is away with the lead as Dion gets sideways at the drop of the green. Dion down low. Johnson in the 35, the 2 of Bazanson coming to work. Buzzy Bazanson broad slides the outside, challenging Paul Johnson, can't do it. Randall gets underneath for 4th. Bob Randall is 4th. We've got 2 laps to go.
Beaver Dragon not leading until the last 4 laps. Has the lead. Here comes Dave Dion with a challenge to the outside. Paul Johnson hanging on a 3rd white flag, 1 lap to go. Dave Dion now with a challenge to the outside of 75 Beaver Dragon. Into the 3 turns side by side. Dion by a bumper. Side by side they come to the line. Whoa, too close to call. Beaver Dragon to the inside. Dave Dion to the outside. Cars tangle in the 1 turn. The 34 of Bobby Libby. The 72 of Junior Hanley. The 46 of Bill Zarno Sr.
If you want fireworks, don't wait till the 4th of July. The 4th of July comes early. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Dion, your winner!
Have a chance to hear from the top 3 in just a few moments as Dave Moody has gone trackside.
Dave Dion wins. Beaver Dragon comes up second in the drive tonight, except for the final lap, has to get to Bobby Randall. A great day for the Beech Ridge regulars as they really came of age here this afternoon. But one more time at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, it is done by Dave Dion in victory lane. Can you believe it? Well, he's done it before at Beech Ridge, but I don't think he's ever done it quite so late. As you can well understand, we've got some happy crews down here all the way around. A fantastic race in the Coca-Cola 100. How about it for David Dion, ladies and gentlemen? David. For the second time in as many races, I don't know what to say to you in victory lane. That was a little on the wild side.
Yeah, it looked like it blew away. The tires cooled down real bad. Everybody knew it, and it was a matter of how many laps it would take to get him going again. Beaver looked like he was going good, and I said, well, we'll make it a good finish anyway, even if he beats me. But I got a good bite on the last lap. It was kind of like the shootout. I got just enough to do it.
The car was running great, but you almost lost it all up there in turn 4 when the lap car got around.
Yeah, Randall, I think was a little quicker than us. It's real hard to pass with the tires, but Bobby really had it. I think he was the class in the field. I think this was his.
Does this make up for 3 weeks ago in late?
Yeah, we kind of forgot about that. As long as we run good, that's the main thing.
Well, another fantastic finish at Beech Ridge for Dynamite David Dion, ladies and gentlemen, your 10th 100 winner. Presentation of trophies. David, we've got a little something for you.
Dave, it's the second year in a row. We're going to start meeting like this. Congratulations, Dave, from Coca-Cola. Real fine race. The last couple laps were pretty hairy. Congratulations again from Coca-Cola, a trophy. Let's get this Coke hat on. Thank you very much.
How about it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Dion. Second place this afternoon, the two-time champion. What a way, he just said it for me. What a way to lose it. Harlan Beaver Dragon with 75 gets runner-up today. Dave, you said it better than I could. What a way to lose it. I've seen you win a few like that over the years.
Yeah, but I was sure I was going to win this one, and he was just too strong on the outside, and coming off the last corner, I was burning my back tires wicked, and that's what beat me across the line. I think if I'd done a little easier, I'd probably beat him across, but I wouldn't have been spinning.
That, when it all came apart there in turn 4, you were really in the catbird seat because you were just far enough behind that you could duck down low and avoid the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't understand the last restart. I don't quite understand that. I felt that I came across the line before, of course, all of them did, and I should have been the starter on the green light, but I don't know, they didn't see it that way, so whatever.
Happy with second then when all said and done? I know you wanted to win it, but second isn't too bad either.
That's I know. I'll take second, but I went first.
How about it for Beaver Dragon, ladies and gentlemen? Second place trophy this afternoon.
Congratulations for the race. You have Coca-Cola present you this trophy and jacket. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Beaver Dragon, number 2 this afternoon. I'll tell you what, if there was a hard drive over the 100 from start to finish this afternoon, it goes to this fellow right here, Bobby Randall at car number 91 with third. Bobby, that's a hell of a drive.
Well, it was an enjoyable race. We got screwed up on that last caution there somehow in the scoring, but, you know, that's racing, I guess. So we're happy with third, but we're going to win one of these yet.
This car was under you all day long. You were running, David, awfully hard in the early going. We wondered maybe if you might be running the car too hard, but this thing stayed with you all afternoon long.
Yeah, no, the car was sticking real well, and I could pressure Dave, and I thought, of course, you know, he's a veteran. I ain't going to pressure him too hard, but I was hoping his tires would give up a little sooner than mine, and we might have a shot at it, but wasn't the way it went today.
One of these days you're going to get it.
That's right, you bet.
How about it for Bobby Randall this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen? The 91 gets third.
Congratulations, Bob, on a fine race. Congratulations again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if, like I said, the 4th of July came a little bit early today at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Ralph planned on fireworks during the anthem. I don't know if he planned on this, but a spectacular run. Bobby Randall gets third. Harlan Beaver Dragon, the runner-up trophy this afternoon. And one more time at Victory Lane, Dynamite Dave Dion in the Berlin City Ford. Bruce, back upstairs to you.
It's been a pleasure having you all with us here this afternoon. We'll urge you to drive carefully on the way home. Take your time. A beautiful afternoon of racing. Make it a habit to be right back with us each and every week here at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, where we offer short track racing at its very best. Good afternoon.